The Drew and Fuse Show. The Drew and Fuse Show. They clean up nicely. It's the Drew and Fuse Show. The Drew and Fuse Show. The Drew and Fuse Show. Yeah, they clean up nicely. Yeah.
Hey,
Daft Punk's in the building. Welcome to this week's episode. I am not Fusemania.
And I am not Drew Pierce. Boy, it's 2023. Can you believe it?
Yeah, 1 week, no alcohol, except for some liquid death here. I gotta say, I feel better than I felt in a long time.
It's wild how that works, huh?
It's crazy how that works. But it's all right because this is the Jordan year and I'm getting fresh and clean.
Jordan year, fresh and clean. So one question I have for you before we jump into today's guest is what do you feel has been the hardest part of the week so far with not drinking? If anybody is out there is, thinking about doing the dry January, we know we have a couple people that have joined us with this in comments and stuff. So what has been your biggest struggle with it?
So far, it's just fucking boring. I'm going to be honest. Other than being boring, once I had the mindset of doing it, it wasn't a problem. And then the second time that it was a struggle was on my flight home last night. I got stuck in the middle because everyone's flying. I had a layover in Atlanta. Everybody's flying here for the national championship game from the Bulldogs.
Oh, so you weren't first class. You were in the back with the
dude. So I got stuck in the middle seat and I was just like this for 5 fucking hours. And that's when I was like, bartender, I need about 10 drinks here to survive. So that was really, really hard. Other than that, I just took a couple deep breaths and suffered through it. And I lived.
For me, it's been a week of no drinks, and I feel like we sound like complete alcoholics when we're talking about this, like we're drinking but I don't drink every day. So, but the hardest part was I made it through all my gigs this week, which were long gigs at the bar. Friday was a little bit of a struggle just because it's the Friday after New Year's Eve. And then Saturday was a normal Saturday at the club. And then Sunday with the Bengals game and being down there in that environment, made it through all that fine. It wasn't until Ashley and I had a nice dinner last night where I was like, boy, I could really, really want to drink right now. And then, you just got to tell yourself, I think you said it, best, where it's like, it's not about the instant gratification. It's about the gratification of feeling good the next day. And if you can remember that, I think it's important and it helps. It's a mindset thing. So
everyone says to live in the moment, and that's, the best part. This, I think, for not drinking, you have to live for tomorrow's moment and not the moment. So yeah, that's what I'm struggling with. And, it's going to be good. So far, so good.
Well, that's good. Real quick, just want to say, if you haven't been on DMS yet, to use the promo code Drew and Fuse Show, it'll get you 30% off your first month of activation. Also, use the promo code DAFS, DAFS, at Briggs Beard Company. You got those drops of Jupiter today? You're gonna drop them all over your face or what? Oh, look at that. It's some places you got to pay for this, but right here you get it free. If you got a beard,
let me get my Briggs comb.
Oh,
that boy in, get it all looking crispy.
Yeah,
there you go. Oh man, it smells so good.
You were like a 5 before, and now you're like a 6.9.
Like so, 0.9.
So anyway, we got a great guest for you guys today. You probably already know him because we're
we have a new wait. We have to rewind 1 second. I'm sorry. We have a brand new Club Cannon code.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. How dare I forget about this? We do have a Club Cannon code. It's an affiliate link that will be in the comments of this video.
If you guys are looking into our other sponsor here, Club Cannon, make sure to turn your parties up to 11. Check out the Drew and Fuse Show, the DAFS code in the comments here, and make sure your party's getting up to 11.
It'll save you $25 off when you spend $250 or more. So a little bit of savings to you guys. It's a great product. We use it at the club every time I'm there. We use them every weekend.
I use it about almost all my weddings. I use it. So shout out to Club Cannon. We really appreciate the love for the show and all of our listeners. And there you go. Now we can jump into the rest.
Yes. So today's guest, you guys probably already know him. Like I said, we're a DMS podcast. He's on a DMS podcast. You already just know this guy. We're gonna get right into it. Please help us welcome Jupiter Williams from the 5 on 5 podcast.
What's good, y'all?
What's up?
Appreciate y'all. How you guys doing?
Good, baby. How are you?
You know, I'm good. I'm good, man. It was a weird Sunday. So my Chicago Bears, we lost, but we also won because we got the first round, first pick, draft pick. I am so happy. I know I said that all wrong. I fumbled that. That's how excited I am right now. It was just poetic justice, you know. Lovie Smith, he was on his way out of the Texans. He had to lose the game for the Texans to get the first draft for the first pick. They ended up winning, giving it to Chicago, where Lovie Smith used to be. Uncle Lovie, shout out. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Coming through for the hometown.
How many games did the Bears win this year? A big 3?
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
a little DeMar Hamlin 3. Let's go there.
Yeah, I know all about being watching the team struggle.
Yeah, you guys are on top now.
Yeah, but we're looking good right now. You know, we haven't had a championship here since let's see, 1990 with the Reds.
Yeah.
So it's a little rough, but we're looking good. I was just before we were about to jump on, I was telling you that sports gambling just became legal here in Ohio as of January 1, 2023. So that's been a little interesting. And this episode is now sponsored by DraftKings.
Yeah, there you go.
So, you know, me being me, I'm kind of like, I'm a cheap ass about some things and then I'm not about other things. And one thing is if I can get free money to gamble with, I am all about that. So I've downloaded, let me see. I've downloaded 5 different betting apps so far and deposited and made the minimum bets to get the free bets. I have deposited a total of $200 into all the apps combined to get free apps. And I have withdrawn $700 now. And I still have, sorry, I'm trying to get accurate numbers for everybody listening. I know everybody cares. I have $93 in DraftKings still, and I have 132 in FanDuel right now. So I'm still doing okay. I've been using their free
What bets
bets.
are you making?
So a lot of times, you know, I'll take like the nicer apps like FanDuel and DraftKings. And when I say nicer, it's just like the platforms are a little nicer. They'll have like selected parlays for you already. So you know, it'll be like a parlay where it's like, let's see. Let me just look at one. That way I can tell you which ones I lost last night. So last night I had a parlay. It was plus 299. I had a $10 bet on it, a free bet. And I needed the Detroit Lions plus 14.5, Jamal Williams anytime touchdown scorer, Aaron Jones 50 plus yards of rushing, and Aaron Rodgers 200 plus yards. And I missed that bet by Aaron Jones not getting 50 yards of rushing. He only got 48. Yeah.
Wow.
So those parlays are how I've made some money on the apps, but I don't really intend to keep gambling that much. It's just I left a little money in there to keep the free bets coming in and using those, and then I'll withdraw if I hit and you know whatever. But I'll take their free money, you know, when I can get it.
You got to.
It's playoff week. And Bengals got Sunday Night Football this Sunday, so it'll be exciting here. We just played the Ravens last night, and now we get to play them again this Sunday. And Lamar Jackson will be playing supposedly. We don't know if officially yet, but they're saying
that's what they're saying. Now, are those crazy nights for you when the Bengals play?
Yeah, so the one Drew's been, so he kind of knows the setup, but the bar I play at every Friday, and then I play it at Sunday during the Bengals games, sometimes before, mostly after, sometimes before and after. It just kind of
Mhm.
depends on what's going on. It is between there's an area of towns called the Banks. It is between the Red Stadium and the Bengals Stadium. So
Oh.
it is like right down there. They shut down the street for the like the pregame tailgates, and it's pretty cool. So, but Fishbowl is like that's the name of the bar I play on Fridays. It's like a tropical bar theme. So it's, in all honesty, it's like the least NFL bar of all the bars down there. But because we're just in that location too, we do get like a good crowd and all that, and we throw a party and all that.
And you got a good amount of TVs in there.
Yeah. We'll throw the TVs up. I'm interested to see. So obviously the Bills game was in town this past Monday too,
Right.
and that was interesting because well, first off, it was crazy. It was probably busier than the Super Bowl down there this past year because the weather here was like 60 degrees.
Oh, wow.
And it was just warmer, and it was the day after, or it was New Year's Day, observance day, so pretty much everybody was off, and it was Monday. I think we were supposed to open at 4. We opened at 3:30, and by the time it was like 4:30, it was like you can't move in the bar, you know?
Yeah.
So
God, that was like a playoff game too.
yeah, it was. Well, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, what happened, but it messed up a lot of, the stuff. I think the Bengals kind of got a short end of the stick there. But personally, I think that was kind of the commissioner's way of saying, hey, you guys didn't play this game, so now you guys get the short end of the stick because you didn't finish out that game.
That's tough. That's tough.
I don't think they should have. I think they made the right call to
They definitely made the right call to call the game.
Yeah.
But oh man, to penalize the Bengals like that?
I mean, essentially, if the Bengals would have got what if Kansas City lost, the Bengals beat the Bills, we would have been above everybody except if Kansas City lost or whatever.
Exactly.
And then it was like, because of that, it's all we were fighting. We were playing for a home field advantage, essentially.
Home field advantage for that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
Damn.
Yeah.
Sports. Man, sports. I love sports, man. Best reality show on TV, sports. I'm telling you, man. It's great.
True story.
Yeah, so we know you're originally from Chicago. You said you're a Bears fan, which is a struggle. And are you now in Portland? Do you have any teams in Portland?
You know what? I'll cheer for the Blazers. I do like the Blazers. Shout out Dame. Dame's been good to me, man. He's always had me play his birthday parties. So love Dame. Love CJ. When CJ was here, man, I played a couple of his birthday parties. So yeah, I do love the Blazers, but when it really comes down to it, I'm the Bulls, man. I'm diehard Bulls. But
how long have you been in Portland now?
I've been in Portland for almost like 22 years now.
Oh wow.
I've been in Portland for a minute. Hopped around here and there. But in the greater Portland metro area for about 22 years.
We're gonna play this segment video.
Well, hey there, it's Dolly, and I must say it takes a lot of money to look as cheap as Drew and Fuse. Well, they do clean up nicely though. Speaking of cleaning up nicely, why don't we get into some rapid fire? Today's guest, how nicely do you clean up?
Man, that was dope. I love Dolly Parton.
So there you have it. That's Dolly asking us to get started with this rapid fire.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so where are we eating in Portland? We can only get it there.
Oh man, Screen Door.
All right, tell us about
Screen
it.
Door. We're going to Screen Door. Screen Door has the best chicken and waffles. I'm sorry for everybody that lives in California, that loves Roscoe's. Sorry about this.
That's a Long Beach staple right there. Long Beach staple there.
Hey, Screen Door is a Portland staple. I'm gonna
go and we're gonna AB it.
Yeah, man, we're gonna go to Screen Door, and you guys are gonna have some chicken and waffles. You guys are gonna have some nice southern food in Portland style southern food.
That's one thing I like about Portland. I mean, I haven't been in at this point probably 10 years, but when I did go, what a foodie city. There's just so much good food everywhere, really, and unique. everything has like a good, unique twist to it.
Very much so. Yeah, I would have said Khan. Khan is our Michelin star restaurant ran by G. He was on Iron Chef. And I would have said that, but it's so hard to get into that spot, man. It's by
And
reservation, and so
what's their
their
food?
food is like a Haitian American fusion food, and it is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. It's my favorite restaurant in Portland, hands down. But it's hard to get to. It's hard to get into.
All right, well, I'm writing both of them down because that's our new thing for this year. Is we're gonna actually try and hit some of these spots that we
Yeah,
always talk
definitely.
about.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and then we'll get a reservation for for that spot, man. Well, I'll make sure that happens. And
What is it? Is it like what some of those old TV shows where you'd have to show up and spiff them a couple $100 to get in, or how can you get in at some point?
It's not quite there yet, but it will get there.
Okay.
It will get there. I know the GM over there, so
All
I'll
right.
have to make a phone call a week in advance, and we can try to get in there.
All right.
So we got a new question, and we're gonna debut it today. And I love this question. What if you had to pick one song for your theme song? What would it be? If you were a wrestler walking out into the arena, what would your theme song be?
Man, public service announcement, Jay-Z.
Oh, I like it.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good
just
one.
let it roll at the beginning, and then right when it drops, that's when I come out. There you go.
There it is. I like it.
Oh, speaking of songs, what about a song when let's say the dance floor is starting to clear and you want to bring them back? What's a song you're gonna play? I know that could be situational. But
Yeah, let's see. I'll go with two different situations. I'll go with either Poison or Act Up, City Girls.
okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Those
for
are
some
both
reason,
good.
City
Poison's
Girls
great
always.
for like private events and
Yeah.
girls. That works.
And you know what? The City Girls actually works well in private events too sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
The girls want to twerk. The girls want to
they
twerk.
really do.
Yeah.
They really do.
Do you have a favorite remixer and producer? And this doesn't have to be like DJ world. It can just be in music world in general, or both.
Pharrell. That's how I got my name. That's how I came up with my name, was Pharrell Williams and Jupiter Williams. Neptune's Jupiter. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that, but that's interesting. I like that.
Yeah. Then also, the Williams sisters were playing doubles at the time when I was like coming up with the name, and I was just thinking, what would their brother name be? I'm like, all right, it all works. It all works. So
that's so good.
Yeah.
Did you watch that? What is it? The new Knives Out. It's Onion.
Yes.
Glass Onion. With one of the Serena, she's sitting on the video and they're like saying all the shit that's going on, and she's like, "Do you guys want to work out?" And she's like, just getting paid to just sit there on a live stream to someone.
Yep. And she was like, "Hey, it's your money." And then when I was actually watching that, I was watching it with my girlfriend, and I'm like, "Hey, there's my sister right there." So, yeah, that's
a good story. I like that. That's a good.
Thank you.
That's I'm thinking out of the box for a DJ name.
Yeah.
I'm definitely, man. Definitely got to go with Pharrell. And then Pharrell, that opens up a lot of doors too. With
Drew, how did you get your DJ name?
I'm not as creative as Jupiter Williams here. I'm just fucking boring, and that's my real
One
name.
day, Mama Drew and Daddy Drew got together and they created Drew Pierce, and the name just stuck.
I love it.
If I asked my mom where she got Drew from, because back then I think it wasn't as popular of his name, and she said it was a football player. I don't know which football player. She was watching TV and it was up there. So there you go.
Oh,
this is 78.
okay.
So I don't know who
I don't know who that would be either.
Yeah.
We want to hear a funny DJ story, a horror story, a night gone amazing, anything like that you can think of. We want to hear about it. So do you have anything that comes to mind when we say a crazy DJ story?
Oh man, the first thing that really comes to mind off the top of my head is There was a night that a fight broke out with two girls. Usually it's females. I don't know how it is with you guys, but in Portland it's usually females fighting. And then every
You
now
never
and
get a
again,
good girl fight. I
oh
don't think
man,
I ever get a good girl fight.
oh, you come to Portland, you'll get some good girl fights, man. You will, you really will, man. And this one was wild too. Like drinks were being thrown, and I had stopped the music, and I was kind of like covering my laptop. One of the girls that was fighting, for some reason, like the fight was kind of getting closer to the DJ booth a little bit, so I'm covering my laptop even more. One girl picks up my record, slaps the girl across the face, hands my record back. I just put it back on, and then the fight just continues to go out and go out until security was able to get them out. So yeah, that's the crazy story. I was shocked, man. She just
I'm shocked.
took the record and slapped her across the face and then handed it back to me. Very politely too. Yeah.
Did you frame the record and it says like on this date a girl got slapped in the face with this record? Like,
Actually, I actually haven't played with those records since, because the next day I got the phase.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You should have had her
Yeah.
sign it.
I know. I haven't seen her again. She like went off into the night. Man, I'm looking for that. It's somewhere around here. It's in my collection around here. Because I swear to God, I never touched it again after that night, and I put it up in my record collection. So yeah, that's it.
I
Sorry.
can't believe that. I can't believe that. That's a crazy story for sure.
Yeah, man. That's a crazy story. And then I guess another one would be Houston Rockets were in town, and James Harden was just tipping me big. Play this song. Just
At what club is this?
And this was at District. District is kind of my home spot. I want to say it's a club. Okay, so Portland, we're just now getting back into clubs in Portland.
Okay.
Clubs are just now opening back up. So District is an ultra lounge that turns up.
Yeah.
So not quite a club, not quite a bar, right in between. Nice little ultra lounge. And then upstairs, it has a nice little private area upstairs. So that's where all the basketball players were at the time. And yeah, he was
Is
coming
there
down.
different DJs, or is it all piped in through the whole? One
No,
DJ is
it's a small spot, so it's about 50 capacity.
okay.
So yeah, it's small, and it's just 12 QSCs throughout the spot.
And James Harden's sitting there and he's just tipping you.
Yeah, just tipping me, man. Just play this song. I got you, man. Got you. Just stay right here, man. Cool dude.
That's cool. When
Yeah.
people are cool like that, it makes it way easier to do whatever they're asking.
Exactly,
You know?
and especially people like James Harden, you know, because everybody thinks that James Harden's an asshole. He's
And
really
what's he
not.
asking for? Maybe with some of the tunes. I'm always curious.
Yeah, so he was asking for oh my God, what's that King Combs song called? Man, I might have to do a number crunch on this. The King Combs, which is Diddy's son, and he did a song.
Oh, I think I know what song you're talking about. The Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
No, not that one. Earlier.
There's the one called Love You Better with Chris Brown.
Boom, that one. Love You Better.
Okay.
He was asking for that song. He loved that song. And then he asked me to because Love You Better is a sample from it was that Touch Me, Tease Me sample, right? It's a total sample.
Oh, you were right. You said Touch Me, Tease Me. That's
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The Case featuring Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. So yeah, he just wanted to play it. He wanted to hear that over and over again. He wanted to hear Usher. He wanted to hear some Usher and just some R&B, man. I was just playing like a lot of R&B for him. A lot of Chris Brown for him. Yeah.
That's cool. Was he just like chilling next to you? And like sometimes
Yeah.
I feel like if people don't know, like somebody like that is in the room and you're like doing stuff kind of for them, playing stuff that's like out of the box or weird is hurting the vibe. But I feel like if they're standing next to you and they're like feeling it, then the
Yeah.
crowd is like feeling it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that happened a couple times, you know. Yeah, it helped. It definitely helped because you can go out of the box. You could do some weird stuff, and if they're hyped up, then everybody else will be hyped up.
Yeah.
But that's also the point of DJing too, right? You have one group coming in and say you're playing nothing but ratchet stuff like beat king, right? Just super ratchet. And then a group comes in and then you switch it up and you play like some Fred again, like turn on the lights,
Yeah.
and that group is like wilding out. That's gonna get everybody else to wild out. And then you can just go back and forth with just some like weird, like house hip hop stuff.
Right. Well, I think the celebrity also brings that energy. People, people are drawn to the celebrity. So
Yeah,
it almost doesn't matter what you're playing if they're like up there and they're hyped on it, then gets everybody else going crazy.
true. True,
Totally.
absolutely.
Talking about celebrities, we're gonna kind of lead into this next part. One of the things that we wanted to ask you about when we were reading through your bio, you said you worked for Jordan Brand and you were DJing a party with when Drake signed with the Jordan Brand.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to DJ the Welcome to the Family party that it was just for Jordan Brand employees at the Michael Jordan building in Nike. And yeah, I was fortunate enough to DJ for him that day, and that day was a very very special day.
How do you prep that kind of show? What's going through your head, and are you building crates, or do you just have it so dialed in you're just going to go and read the crowd?
A little bit of both. A little bit of sitting with what is his position? I guess his position would have been global entertainment director. This is Reggie Saunders. Shout out Reggie, Uncle Reggie. He was in the Entourage movie when Mark Wahlberg was walking through, and he said, "Hey, you got my Jordan guy right here, Reggie." So yeah, that's Uncle Reggie. So Reggie brought in Drake, and yeah, sitting down with him and kind of talk with him to see what the vibe would be, because you could play Drake, and this was for Nothing Was the Same album release also. So yeah, you could play Drake all day, but Drake is in a lot of different lanes. So the lane that he
Right.
wanted to stay in was kind of the chill mode, the chill Drake mode. So he wanted to hear some of Leah, some of the Sade, some of the more R&B stuff that'll lead into those Drake songs.
The Starbucks Drake Hands Day.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm going home.
Yes, those days. Yes,
That shit's crazy until you even said that album. I completely even forgot that was like a big internet meme thing with with
absolutely.
that song.
Yeah,
Crazy. I think that's cool, that Drake doing the recent, the more all house album to me
Yeah.
was cool because somebody that big, they can get pigeonholed sometimes.
Mhm.
And I feel like it's cool because he's like, you know what, screw everybody. I'm going to do this project. And it was more of like, I feel like a project album, but if people that, do music stuff, that people do that. They're like, I want to work on this project and put it out.
Mhm.
And if people feel it, cool. And if not, cool. I'm Drake. I can do that now, but
Yeah, absolutely.
And he
But that's
followed it
cool.
up quick enough with the 21 Savage split, right?
yeah.
Yeah, with the teas too, with the
Yeah,
Jimmy
yeah.
Cooks teas.
Yeah.
That was good. But yeah, it's like, yeah, Drake just DJ'd his whole way through the pandemic. Really. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he literally gave us almost every genre except for rock and country.
Right.
You know?
Right.
What playing that party? Did you get to chat with him at all? Did he come up to you? And
Yeah. So okay, so with that party, so I was working at Jordan Brand and I was the brand display coordinator. So what my job was to cater to every single function within the brand and give them whatever they need to present whatever they need to whoever, right? So I had to put together all the meeting rooms, and all the meeting rooms meant I had to dress like all the mannequins. I had to get all the paperwork together. I had to just get the whole look and vibe to all the meetings within the brand. So with Drake coming in for the Welcome to the Family, that was a big meeting. So I had to also prep how the big meeting room is going to look when the president at the time, Larry Miller, was presenting all the Jordan Brand stuff to Drake.
Wow.
So back to your question. Sorry, what was the question?
did you get to like meet and chat with him a little bit?
Yeah. So when I was DJing, he let's see, we stopped. I'm trying to think here. We stopped for a second. Howard White, the guy that originally brought in Michael Jordan into Nike, he was the vice president, or yeah, he was the vice president at the time, and basically the face of Jordan brand. So whenever the brand needs to go out to corporate meetings, he's the face, right? So we stopped, pause. H had to tell, give the story about Drake and how Drake ended up here at Jordan Brand. And then Drake, talked to everybody, answered a whole bunch of questions. And then afterwards, threw back on the music. Drake went up to every single person within the brand, shook their hand, and thanked them. And
Wow.
then when he came to me, he shook my hand, thanked me, and was, "You're a dope DJ, bro. Thank you. Thank you very much." I'm like, "Man, thanks, bro." Thanks.
That's awesome.
He's like, "Yo, I got you. I know that you're with Jeff Jordan, so I got y'all tonight." So later on that night, we went backstage and went to like the after party and stuff, and was chatting it up with like Drake's dad and Obi. Party Next Door was there, Miguel. So chatted up with all them. So yeah, that was all within that same day.
What an
That
experience.
is cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I've
was
always
fun.
heard that he's a great person, super nice, super respectful. And it's
Yeah.
great to hear stories like that where it like reinforces that, because it's like, how can you, when somebody's like that, it's like, how can you hate their music? How can you do anything? Because,
Right.
he's at the top of the game. And then on top of being top of the game, he's a quality person as well,
Yeah. I mean, he's Canadian. Canadian. People forget. He's
So
just nice. He's nice by default.
I go up to Canada. My wife's family's Canadian. I go up to Toronto, and we went to some of the clubs up there, and I would say it was very eclectic music wise. You're partying
Yeah.
up in an attic, not an
Yeah,
attic,
right.
but like upstairs, and this little tiny room, low
Yeah.
ceilings. Everybody has big old jackets on,
Yep.
and they're playing everything, man. They're playing reggae, Afrobeat to
Yeah.
house to the whole bit. So that album wasn't as big of a shock to me as I think it was to a lot of people. I think it is what they're playing up there.
I agree.
It's
agree.
very
And
multicultural, that Toronto.
yeah, absolutely. And the way that Drake moves too, I can't believe why anybody was, shocked about it. Because he's just a jet setter, He's still got the best people on the album too, right?
Yeah.
You got Gordo producing stuff. You had Black Coffee producing everything on that, and then you still have 40 that's going to be masterminding the whole entire thing. So yeah, I
Totally.
love the album. I loved it.
I thought it was cool too. I mean, it was what I liked about it too, and this is just my hot take. What I liked is it was still him, and he wasn't trying to copy anybody's sound with it
Right.
either. Like, I didn't feel like he was like, "Oh, well, this is hot right now. Let me go try to jack this sound," or like whatever. It was just very organic.
Totally agree with that.
When you're putting out that much content, you could. It's all right to have a left turn. In fact, I encourage the left turn.
Right? You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
So speaking of other parties and stuff you've done, one of the other things we wanted to touch on a little bit was you started the Motown on Monday in Portland with Phenom, and we just wanted to kind of ask you about throwing your own party and the struggles, the great things, what you like, what you don't. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh man, I love throwing my own parties. That's what I started off doing. I started off club promoting when I was still in college, and that is how I got into DJing, because I was always by the DJ booth and just play this song, play this song. My crew knows this song. This crew of people knows this song, and they just got sick of me and was, you need to just learn this. I'm like, that was the point. Like, that's what I was trying to do in the first place. So I do like throwing my own parties. Motown Monday, man, that was tough. But it was tough in a good way, man. I do like that struggle.
What was tough about it?
Mondays in Portland are funny, bro. They're it's funny. It's hard to get after what I noticed after the recession. because Portland got hit pretty hard with that recession. I mean, just like everybody else, but Portland
It's
got
like
hit.
oh
It
08,
was
09.
09,
09.
09, man. And I remember this like 09. Portland really took a hit, and people stopped going out on the weekdays as much. The bigger spots closed, and once it started coming back, you started seeing people wanting to save their energy for your Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. So Mondays was tough. We ended up getting it going a few Mondays, getting it going to where it was almost like everybody knew where to go on a Monday, right? But then the pandemic hit. We were just back to square zero, really. And we started it at District at the spot that I was already talking to you guys about. So we did it at District, and that was like a more clubby version of a Motown Monday. Motown, I don't know if you guys have been to a Motown Monday or have one, but
We have one here in LA, but I haven't been yet. No.
oh yeah, Colin's actually coming down to play that
Oh, okay.
soon.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
link with it for that.
I think the end of the month. Yeah, the end of the month he's coming down to play that.
All right, I'm gonna have to go out for
shortstop.
sure. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
I've
shortstop.
been to the spot. I've been there,
Yeah,
but I haven't been on for that night.
but shortstop is kind of like divey.
Oh yeah,
Has
a
a
dope
divey
spot.
feel to it, right? But super
Yep.
dope. Those are the spots that Motown on Monday are usually like. We brought it to District. We brought it more to a clubby feel, a more ultra lounge, kind of more of a like a smaller version of a like a Studio 54 vibe, right? Because we were
Yeah.
playing a lot more disco because people were coming there to dance faster, I guess you could say, right? Because you have your Motown songs like I Want You Back in the 99 BPM range, right? But then you have your
Yeah.
disco stuff, 115 all the way up to almost like 140s, right? So people wanted to like really dance when they came out. So that's why we stayed into that like dance funk disco dance vibe at District. Pandemic hit, everything shut down. When things were starting to get back up, District didn't want to be open on a weekday. So shout out Eric Boulder. Eric Boulder let us bring Motown Monday back, but over at Fortune, the new Fortune spot that's at the Sentinel Hotel in Portland, kind of uptown Portland, and that brought new challenges in the fold because it's everything's opening back up, so people are still kind of scared to go out a little bit, and not a places were open at the time, and people didn't see it as an option, right? So that ran its course, and yeah, we just recently handed Motown Monday off to Renzo Mighty Moves, who was a great editor.
I was just gonna say I just got his edit pack in my email today. He just sent
Yes.
out a new one. Yeah, he's
He
got a
has-
lot of dope edits. Those Motown, a lot of like hard to come by edits. I would say.
Yeah,
like,
and a lot of
you know.
throwbacks, and they're all like your 320s, and you
they're
have your
super crispy.
you have your intro. You have your intro and the outros with it. So shout out Mighty Moves, man. He's been helpful for me, man, in my crates. But yeah, we handed it off to Mighty Moves, Renzo, Max Bass, who has the Clinton Street record store across the street. So they took it, brought it to Southeast into more of a bar kind of divey feel, how Motown Monday is in the other cities. So that's my Motown Monday story, long story, short story, however you want to call it.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's a great thing, and you bring up a great point that we haven't really talked about on the show a lot because there hasn't been a good opportunity, but the room affects the vibe so much, and
Yes.
that is a good example of how the room can change a party. Like, I think it's important when you're throwing a party like that the party fits the room fits the party, like, because it can change things. It's like being at a giant nightclub and then trying to throw a chill party, and it's like, whoa, like
Right. Right.
So
Exactly. Exactly. And that's one thing that was a struggle to kind of deal with Motown on Monday, because you're trying to figure out what people like, right? You're trying to figure out, okay, so if people like this, then we can build on that. But then different people come into the play, and then the sound changes, and then it changes with the whole ambiance. And it was a very sensitive, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a very sensitive thing to deal with on a Monday, because
Oh, yeah.
you're trying to get a vibe, and you're trying to create this vibe right here, but then you need everybody else on the same page with the vibe.
Totally.
And Monday was so sensitive with that, because it was different people were coming out, and it was hard to just tap in and just complete that
And
night.
were you guys pretty like adamant on mostly playing like Motown, that era stuff too, or were you keeping it mixed up? Or
No, we're keeping it mixed up, Motown adjacent.
uh-huh.
So we, David Bowie is not a Motown artist, but David Bowie fit into a Motown on Monday night. So that's how we played it. And
That's cool.
that it works. It still works.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't want to be strict also too, because with all of the other DJs that we were trying to bring in, because we kept a steady rotation of different DJs, and we kept it fresh, and different DJs were bringing a different perspective into it. Shout out my boy Swerve. He came in and he played like a Austin Mills Motown Monday, kind of feel like a selection Motown Monday set, man, and it was so dope. DJ Solo came in and he played a Afrobeats Motown Monday set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
That's dope. Awesome. Well, I think this is a good way to segue into we're gonna play another segment video, but then we're gonna talk some top music. So
Okay,
I'm
let's
gonna
do it.
play this video and then we'll talk some top music.
Hey, Drew and Fuse, Kermit the Frog here. When I'm not dealing with my pain-in-the-ass wife, Miss Piggy, I like to talk and sing with my friends. What's your top songs? A new personal favorite of mine is this. It's the Drew and Fuse Show. The Drew and Fuse Show. And they clean up nicely, because usually they look like shit. Yay!
that was great, man.
So yeah, there's Kermit introducing us into some top music. So what are some, a lot of times we like to do Serato top 5, which is, the top most played songs in your Serato, but we're down to talk some top songs for you, some ones that work or go-tos for you. So yeah, wherever you want to start.
Yeah, we're evolving the list, so it could be just your current shit that's hitting right now.
Definitely.
It could be whatever.
Yeah, so I'll start off with I Just Want to Rock by Uzi Vert. That song is so fire. I mean, it's perfect for me because I always play a Jersey set in my set. So this fits right in. And now it's like being accepted by everybody else because Uzi got on that track, man. So this is perfect.
Do you play the original? Do you play an edit? Is there a version you play?
Shoot, man. I will play that song about 4 times in a night and different edits. Just because of the demand is so high.
Yeah.
And also too, because some of these spots, you see the change in the crowd, right? And you see the whole turnover. So once that turnover happens, cool. I got a fresh crowd in there. I can play it again.
Any honorable mentions with an edit or a remix?
Oh man. Shit, I really got to get out my Serato.
It's all right.
That's all good. All good.
You want me to get that out?
No,
you don't have to.
Okay.
I will mention I play Pete Down did a just kind of reinforced the jerseyness of that song already, and it's up on DMS. That's usually the one when I play that track. That's usually my go-to. I play that version.
I probably do play that version, to be totally honest with you, because I swear to God, I play 4 different versions of it, and it's 4 different edits.
And the way he did it, it drops into like the way the song comes in originally too. So I like that.
Yeah. Another song would be Rumble. Shoot, I'm playing that. I'm playing that song. Rumble, Skrillex, Fred again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I actually did Rumble into I Just Wanna Rock on Friday at an opening
Nice.
of this new club, and
How
that
did it go
worked.
over?
It
All right.
worked. Yeah, especially in a spot. This was actually a club. It has all the bass in it in the spot, so that's why it really worked.
The song just dropped and I have yet to play it. So it's a little crazy sounding to me. I mean,
It
not that I'm
is.
like against it. It's just a little. I'm in Cincinnati, so sometimes people are a little hard. It's Midwest. They're not
Yeah.
as open to new things right away. So
Mhm.
it's sometimes hard to introduce a song that's like what that song is.
Right.
But
Right.
I think it's cool that you played it.
Man, Trey's is gonna come out with the edit of that song. I'm waiting for that one. So shout out Trey's.
I'm sure there's going to be 18 million versions of that dropping here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dropping
Well, I'm
here
waiting for
shortly.
that too.
Yeah. No,
I'm waiting for that
I'm
Drew
I'm
Pierce
looking
edit.
forward to. I'm looking for his new album though. To be honest with you, there was another track he dropped and I can't remember the name of it, but I like that one too. It's kind of drum and bassy. Skrillex.
Yeah.
It came out this weekend too.
It
The
did.
way back with the
Yeah.
That one, yes.
Yeah. I like that one as
Yeah,
well.
I haven't played that one yet, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing that one out. Let's see, another one would be Hours and Hours, the Just Incredible edit, and that's by Money Long. So that's spelled Muni Long. It's just a good R&B song, man. And Just Incredible added it's a redrum by him, and
Nice.
it's just incredible. No pun intended.
I was gonna say I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love that one. Let's see. Turn on the light, Fred again.
and it's big.
Yeah, Turn on the Lights. I love that song. So what? How many songs is that? Is that 4?
His Boiler Room set again. I had it, and dude, what a great set. There's some there's some moments in there when random people just like turning off the CDJ and
Right, and he kept it
Love it.
cool. He just had
Yeah.
a smile on the face.
so good.
He's the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know if I could DJ with people right up on me like that. I don't know. I mean, I've done it, but I feel like you're in the party,
gotta
and
be
you're having
honest.
a good time, but at the same
If
time,
it's
you're
not-
like watching the gear, like, don't fuck up the shit. You're gonna fuck something
Right.
up.
If it's
that's-
not my gear, it's my favorite because the only thing I got to worry about is the computer, and it's hard to get to that. And it's my favorite because you just like feel the energy of everybody, and when they're feeling the song, like it's just great.
Yeah, no, I'm with
I'd
you,
have
though.
to go USB sticks on that. There's no way I'd have a laptop. The laptop's getting fucked up if it's that case.
Yeah, you need some stanches or something. You need a security with you too. Yeah. I got another one. Another one would be Deion Sanders Jr. It's called Candy with a K. He samples Candy, of course, and I've been playing that song out. Oh, and then Don Tolliver, Do It Right. That song right there, baby, take your time. You can. Oh my God, he samples that one.
Sample.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders Jr. I can't
Sanders
say that I
Jr.
knew that Deion Sanders Jr. was making music. I thought it was a rap for the family after Must Be the Money, but you know.
He's actually a lot better than his father, and his father admitted that too. So yeah, Deion Sanders Jr. Candy, man, that song's fire.
That's a great list, man. There's a couple in there I need to check out. So yeah, good list, dude.
Cool. Thank
Totally.
you.
Any honorable mentions? It can just be like staples in your set, stuff that you like to play, even throwbacks, whatever.
It can even be a Motown. I want something you were playing at Motown that was the banger.
Let's do an honorable mention. Prince 17 Steps, the Ross Witness edit. Phew, love that song. And then Vanessa Carlton, let's throw that in there. Let's throw that in there, man. Absolutely. And then let's throw one more in there. And I'm so serious too because I play that song in the middle
I
of
know you are.
the
I know you
most
are.
ratchet set.
You don't come out with Vanessa Carlton for shits and giggles. I know you're serious.
Let's do Michael Bolton. How can we be lovers, man? Yo, Michael Bolton is my favorite. I am the biggest Michael Bolton stan. Okay. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Anytime somebody says Michael Bolton, I just think Office Space, where he's like, he just gets so pissed and he's like,
Yep.
I had the name first until that no talent ass clown ruined it.
I love that movie, man.
I
Yeah.
always think of the Lonely Island skit where
Yes.
anytime that comes on, I just watch it out of nowhere and it just makes me laugh so hard.
Hell yeah.
They're like going in on the raps and then he's like, take it back to the good part. And he's singing about Davy Jones' locker and going in on Pirates of the Caribbean. Fucking so
Michael
funny.
Bolton, man, he is a national treasure. He needs to be protected. Him and Kodak Black. Okay.
Dude, that
Listen.
Kodak interview with the Barstool dude, Caleb
So
Presley.
great, right?
I was
So
in
great.
tears laughing at that.
Kodak Black, I'm saying Kodak Black he is on a career trajectory to be that generation Snoop Dogg.
He is a
I'm saying
character,
it right
that's
now.
for sure. He
Yeah,
is
I
a
need to-
character.
I'm gonna watch that interview because I'm not as familiar.
It's hilarious.
Drew, I'll
Absolutely
send it to you.
hilarious.
It is just like the most awkward, funny, random. It's so weird, but I laughed.
Those are my
Yeah.
favorite. Those are my favorite style interviews.
Yeah, they're the best, man. Like Nardwuar. Nardwuar is the best.
Oh, fucking love Nardwuar.
Yeah.
He's the best. He got Jay-Z telling some introspective shit about who he is. And Nardwuar's like, no, who are you? Like, oh, I'm Jay-Z the rapper. Never mind.
It's
pulls out
crazy
some shit.
how he always digs for stuff too. Like what's so weird to me about Nardwuar, or not weird, but cool, is that like every time an artist or whoever he's interviewing, he like snaps something from their past that's like so small that only they know about. And like it's just wild to me that he is able to find out that much information about people.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the highlight clip and it's always, how the fuck did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah, that J. Cole clip is one of my favorites. When he just had J. Cole all speechless, and he's just like, how'd you know that?
Yeah.
It takes their superstardom out of their they almost turn
Yes.
into a normal person, and you watch it in their eyes, like go from being like have this ego or this like
Yeah.
something about them of like, I'm the shit, into basically back to the come up, right? Where they're just like it just
Yeah.
takes all of the ego out, it sucks all of it out of them, and then they just become real people again. And
Right.
he's a true talent at that.
It's a great way of saying that, because sometimes when you're watching his interviews, you see that like they don't even want to be there being interviewed by him. And then he starts asking questions, or like they might not know who he is.
Right.
And then he starts, and then instantly it hits them. Whoa, this guy is like, knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best. I mean, I think we all strive for his journalism in this podcast realm.
So we got one other thing we want to talk to you about before we do one of our final segments, and we're going to roll a video for this one because we want you to see this first, and we're going to play this video and then we'll talk to you about it.
Dead Tony, Wings of America. Got a message from David. This is for David. Shout out to the DJ. Got a podcast for DJs. I appreciate you playing my music. You're going to give a shout out to the Drew and Fuse show. Keep cleaning up nicely. Keep drinking. Don't driving though. Tiptoeing in your Jordans. They ain't Tony Wings of America. I guess
We got
That's
the
my
most
guy,
random.
man. That's my guy, bro. I need to get Jody to give us a drop, man. I wanted to do it without his help, but hey, that like straight up, that's my guy. I went all
let's
around the world with him.
everyone who did it. Wait, hold up. Let's introduce it because everyone that's not watching don't have a clue what's going on. So introduce what's going on here.
Oh
Okay.
man, that was. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right. So what I wanted to say is we know that Jupiter here went on tour with Riff Raff, and Drew and I got a drop from him, and it was the most random. Like that's I like it's just random. We were like, what are we gonna do with this? And then we were like, we got to play it today. So that's kind of where that leads. Then we want to talk to you about being on tour with him.
Yeah, that's my guy. Shout out Riff, man. Shout out Jody. Shout out the Peach Panther, man. That's my guy. Man, I owe a lot to him because he allowed me to go around the world with him. That was just an experience.
How did that get started? How did you guys meet? How did you get asked to be on tour? Yeah, give us the
So
beginnings into how it went on, and then I'd like to talk more about the tour.
yeah, so my best friend Michael Clack, he was working. Let's see, he was doing digital marketing for Neff, and he convinced Neff to do some stuff with Riff. From doing that, him and Riff became best friends. So when it was time for Riff to go on tour, Mike hit me up and he was like, "Yo, you're the first one I wanted to call. It's like you're the only one that I know that can be out." Be out with a celebrity and not have like your phone out, not be taking pictures, all the time, and just act like this person that you're with is just a normal person because he is just a normal person. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, I just jumped at the opportunity, and he said this was when I was first getting into DJing. So this was right after 3 months after the Drake DJ for Drake at the Welcome to the Family.
It's a good year.
Yeah, it was a great year, man. It was a great year. So he allowed me to learn the ropes of being on tour, seeing how to sell merch, seeing where all the money is coming from. All the artists want merch money because it goes straight to the artist, of course. Showed me how to being on tour allowed me to learn all the technical stuff when it comes to the sound engineering, putting all the DJ equipment together, opening for DJ Afterthought, shout out, Pittsburgh's finest. And then yeah, just being on tour with him, man, was great, bro. He is not as crazy as everybody thinks he is.
No, I doubt it. I don't think it's an act at all. I just think
it's not an act. Yeah.
No. I don't think it's an act. I think it's probably turned up to just a little bit more than when he's just chilling.
Mhm.
I don't know. That would be
Yeah.
my guess. I don't know that.
Absolutely. When we're just chilling, man, you hear him freestyle the dopest rhymes. Like his best stuff is not recorded, and he needed to have like Prince Paisley Park. Prince just press a button and that whole bitch is recorded the entire house. Like that's how the tour bus should have been, man, because his best stuff is not recorded, and he is an amazing freestylist and just an amazing person, bro. Everybody thinks that, oh man, we're doing drugs, we're like drinking on the bus. Everybody thinks it's a party after every show. No, man, we getting back on the bus, we smoking weed, playing video games, we're listening to music, we're talking about the night, talking about the set, talking about which songs popped off the most. That's a lot of the conversations around the table and smoking weed.
Did you ever talk to him about like how he got his start, like on even the show, like the G's to Gents show?
You know what? I never went that deep. Pause. With his past, I didn't go there. Yeah, I didn't want to. We just never went there.
Any good stories or like just good shows where the energy was just right, or anything?
Tour, trying to remember what city we were in. Oh, we were in Atlanta on the Warp Tour.
What year is this?
This is 2016.
Okay.
It's either 2016 or 2017. Waka came on stage with us, and that was one of the littest days ever. We had Emerson, E.T. on the drums. We had some of the guys from, I'm forgetting what band, some of the guys from the band they just came on and started playing guitar with everything that was going on with Riff. Oh, and then Waka coming on stage, that was amazing. It was amazing. And then later on that night, we went and he did a show at, is it Terminal something in Atlanta. He did a show there with 2-9 and Mike Will made it.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that was an amazing day. That whole entire day.
Sounds like it. So you guys were on the Warp Tour. Was that the main tour that you did with him, or then you'd pop off
No,
little
I've done
stints?
a couple. So I did the Peach Panther tour, and then we went overseas, and then we came back and we did the Warp Tour. And with the Warp Tour, we were the only hip hop act on the tour. So that was interesting. That we went through some growing pains. You got to see you got to see some grown ass men going through some shit.
Were you on the main stage or like a side stage?
It switched every single day.
Okay.
Every single day is switched. The time switched. The stages switched. But they usually have 4 stages that are like the main stages, right? So we were switching between the 4 stages with the bigger acts. And also depending on the city, like Houston, we had to have like that main stage, and we had to have the prime time because that's where Riff is from. So Houston was unbelievable, man. Yeah. We were bringing in so many people. OG Ron G, he came through for that, and we had the biggest crowd. We were outdoing the crowds, outdoing all the
headlining
acts.
Yeah.
We were outdoing all of them with the crowds and whatnot with Houston, man. Houston was something memorable, bro. That was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We appreciate, you coming to do the show with us, and we're almost out of time for today, but one more segment we would like to do before we sign off here is we call it the sauce, and we have a video we're going to play, but we want it to be the takeaway. If new DJs, if veteran DJs, whatever, are listening, what would the takeaway be that you would hope that they learn, or something that you would tell your younger self? So I'm going to play this segment video, and then we'll talk about it for a minute.
The name is Bootsy, baby. And this shout out goes out to Drew and Fuse, all the way from Cincinnati to the LBC Bobble. Yeah, I was told you guys are quite the chefs, and you got a delicious sauce that you cook up. Ooh, and it drips that swagoo and breaks down the recipe. Yeah, and you giving up the pig, cause it's funky, as in good, that is, finger funkin' good. On the one, by the power of the one. Yeah, without that, there is none. So get yours and be in tune with the one that loves you. Get it, baby.
Yeah, baby. I'd rather be with you. Ooh, yeah. Oh my God. Yes, that was dope. Man, I almost didn't remember what he's saying. I was just so like, man, Bootsy callers, man.
Break down the recipe. Yeah,
recipe.
You guys are good.
Oh man. Okay. Well, okay. What was he saying? Sorry.
So,
callers, man.
I was gonna say the idea of this is just your takeaway over your career, what you've learned, something you could give back to the community. What's maybe a super highlight, a mistake, or something? Yeah, keep all the DJs pushing forward and growing the community. Something
Definitely.
positive, or just whatever you want.
I mean, God, I learned so much, but you got to be yourself, and you got to stay true to who you are, regardless of what kind of situation that you're in, and be okay to be in different situations while DJing. Like, be okay to take those different gigs, because you're going to learn so much about yourself and so much about yourself as a DJ. I mean, the other biggest advice would be take everything, like, and it goes back to what I just said too. Take every gig too, because you never know, man. You never know what song is going to be requested.
I say I built up most of my knowledge and collection just from those random gigs where you're like,
Yeah.
wow, I wouldn't have thought that. But okay. I like that. Stay true to yourself. I think that's the best advice you give anybody is just, be yourself and people will
Right.
follow.
It's kind of cliche,
Totally.
huh?
No, not at all.
Kinda
It's
cliche.
it's good to drive that point home because I think with the TikTok era, there's and with DJs, too many people like to just follow and not be themselves. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is popular. Let me just do what's popular. And I don't think it's always shows through the same as if you're just yourself.
I agree.
Totally. Well, with all that being said today, we appreciate you spending the time and being here with us. And if you guys are listening to us, make sure you listen to the 5 on 5 podcast. They're great. They have great guests all the time on there. And if there's some other links or whatever you want to plug, hit us with them.
Nah, man, just follow me on the IG, man. That's where I'm mostly at is IG. So it's just at Jupiter Williams. No spaces. I usually pop up after you type in Jupiter W. So yeah, just go ahead and hit that follow, man. And yeah, follow you'll find the link to our podcast too. But if you can't find that on the podcast, we share the same front page on DMS with the boys, Drew and Fuse. So yeah, come check us out.
Yeah, shout out to their podcast. We're gonna have Neek and Phenom on here shortly as well. It's a great
we're doing a little
podcast.
5-on-5 takeover right now, huh?
Yeah. We got
like
all
that.
you guys coming on. So definitely, if you're not already, check out their podcast. They deep dive into music and talk tons and tons and tons of music talk. Is an awesome podcast. So, and they got great guests, like you was saying. So thanks so much for being on, dude. We really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, man. And I'm gonna be stealing some of your guys' stuff, man. I like how everything's set up. Like I said, this is weird for me being on this side because usually I'm doing the Zoom and I'm pressing record, man. And everything that I'm seeing right now is I'm stealing it. Stealing it, man. Dude, we're gonna have 2 great podcasts on DMS soon.
Inspiration is always good, man. Take what you need and make your guys. I mean, dude, your guys' podcast is already awesome.
Yeah, you got tons of great guests.
Hey,
too.
yours is great, man. I like the look on it, man. And you guys have some amazing people doing your segues, man. That's amazing. So, hey, shout out to y'all, man. Good work.
We appreciate it. All right. Well, that's going to be it for today. Make sure you guys are tagging us if you're listening. Make sure you follow. Until next time, that's going to be it. Peace out. See ya.
Peace.